Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris coming at you from the channel I Am Toys. It's been a while since I've done a Hot Toys review, hasn't it? Coming out of retirement of doing Hot Toys reviews to do this one. And as always, make sure you hit the 4K option and watch this in the 60 frames per second option, because I guess for viewing experience, I guess that's the way to go, right? But anyway, good to see you guys again. It's been a while since I've put out a video, just in general. Most of you know I've moved on to customs. But like I said, I think this figure was definitely worth, putting a quick video up. Grabbed it early. Of course, always a controversial release, man, when it comes to, some classic characters. And there's definitely some opinions on this that vary, between accuracy, how the, body was made and whatnot, and the texture and, gripes around that aspect. And, trust me, I get it, man, I get it, but we'll get into it. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time, this is just to give people an overall look of the figure and, why I think it's actually pretty good. And obviously there are some faults to it, but, when compared to the DX09, that also had some faults, too. So, again, it's going to be kind of preference, what you're willing to accept, what you're willing to modify, customize, and it kind of sucks you have to do some of that. But, I'm pretty happy with, with how it is for now. But obviously I'm going to upgrade a couple of things. But yeah, we'll go from there, man. I'll see you guys on the other side. Let's just get to it. And yeah, that's the art box. Woohoo! I think the art box for the deluxe is supposed to be a little bit different. If I remember correctly, obviously the box is a little bigger because you're getting the Dio. This is the basic set. I wasn't really feeling the Dio anymore. I feel like it kind of clutters the Detolf now. I'm trying to keep it, the collection pretty clean. But anyway, getting off topic a little bit, let's just get into it. So here he is from a wide out, and as I said, there's this is basically why I got this figure. This faceplate out of them all screams Keaton. That scene when he's holding the Joker at the end and he's holding him up and he looks at him and he smiles. This fucking faceplate and this cowl, the way it is in this, whether you like it or not, or you think it's inaccurate, for that specific moment, it fucking crushes it and screams fucking Michael Keaton, man. And how many times can you count on your hand even, or on your mind, how many times Batman has smiled? He's not really a smiler, from Bale to him, Batman doesn't smile that much. Not really. And that was a great look because of how the cowl, and Keaton's jawline and that smirk, man, was fucking incredible, man. Absolutely fucking incredible. And obviously, the suit itself, so there's some gripes there, of course. It is an upgrade from the DX09. Let's hope it doesn't melt like the DX09, right? We don't want that to happen. So this is the base. It's kind of the same base that you had last time. I'm gonna ditch this and get a custom from Stony Stands. He, makes some awesome fucking stands. This is a better material, hopefully, than last time. Obviously, if you keep it in extended poses, dynamic shit, it's gonna split on you. It really is. This is basically gonna be a statue. I don't see this thing holding dynamic poses very often. You can try, you can keep it in that pose, but I can almost guarantee you, after a while, it will split. And if you're worried about reselling it, or if you're worried about that you may want to resell it one day, you're gonna have to keep it like this. But this is generally the pose I want anyway. I don't care if it's a fucking statue, you know what I mean? I wanted it in 1/6. There are some 1/4 options that are eventually going to be coming out. So people who do want statues, they can grab those. I don't know. And then of course, some people have issues with the texture. They feel like it's more textured. It should definitely be a little smoother. Is that going to be a deal breaker for some people? Absolutely. Can you customize it? Maybe, probably, or can somebody else make a body? Sure, but then you're really getting into money and all kinds of shit. I'm definitely going to be getting, I have a custom drape cape that'll be coming at some point. And the belt itself is pretty good. There's some variation on how the belt looks in the movie. There are scenes where it definitely is yellow. And there are scenes where it does look a little different too, if I recall. Because there are some gripes over the, the belt and the way it looks. And I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, because I feel like there was variation in it. It's the one thing I didn't pay attention to when I rewatched it last night. But don't quote me on it. But I'm pretty sure there was some variation in how the belt looked. And but yeah, I don't think it's that bad, man. I mean, you know, it should be a little smoother. You know, I'm sure some folks are gonna try to do something to it, treat it, sandpaper it. I wouldn't try to sandpaper it, but you know, you never know, man. Like I said, I don't know. I'm happy with the way it looks, man. It's not perfect, but this fucking smirking sculpt is how it should be. You know, there's good distance from the lips, you know, to the nose. It's not too wide, you know, from left to right or vertical, you know, horizontal or vertical. It's about what it should look like, man. And that fucking screams Keaton. It's incredible, dude. Love that fucking look, man. Absolutely love it. So let me try to give you some looks with the other faceplates. And then that's really gonna be about it, man. This is gonna be short, you know. I'm not trying to get into too much today because time is limited. You're gonna see what I mean, how this is all about the faceplates, I'm telling you, when it comes to this cowl. If these faceplates were more accurate to the DX9, that's where the DX9, honestly, in my opinion, has a step up because the faceplates were done better. There's too much space from his lips to that cowl. And that's what's throwing off, honestly, the cowl. Because you guys can't tell me, looking at this now, with this faceplate on it, that the cowl now looks off. Now that doesn't look like Keaton. You know, the nose doesn't look right, the cowl shape doesn't look right. You know, and obviously there are differences in the DX9 too, you know what I mean, or from the film. Like if you watch the film in this scene, not this scene, but if you watch the original 1989 Batman and then you look at the cowl, especially around the brow, there are differences in the eye cuts that are more prominent than, you know, different from the DX9. And the brow is different from the DX9, I believe, too, to some extent. Again, I don't have it, I can't do a comparison, but from what I remember at least, over the last couple of days of looking at pictures, I believe those are some of the differences. But if you watch the movie though, again, you know, sometimes in film they use different variations of masks. Like it's not the same costume a lot of the time that they wear. Sometimes it's not even the same cowl. They may have one primary suit, but they may have a few different versions of it. You know, obviously you're gonna have extras, you know what I mean? And there may be some different variations in the cowl too that he wore. You know, I don't know that for a fact, but again, you know, because I rewatched the movie, and again, when you rewatch it, you know, again, right now, the likeness looks completely fucking off, you know, because of the faceplate. And you can see that, like, look at that. It just throws it off completely. Like, that's not Keaton. It doesn't look like him at all, man. Like, at all. Completely breaks the immersion. But, you know, with the other plate, you know, and watching the film last night, there are many parts of it where it is accurate. And if that's due to different variations in the cowl that they used, you know, who knows? You know, the movie is obviously color graded too. That can change things. You know, the gripes, like I said, on the outfit are definitely warranted because, you know, the outfit was smoother. You know, but damn, dude, look at that. You know, that is not Keaton. You know, it's an epic fail, you know, on the likeness of Keaton right there. It's just not, you know what I mean? Even try to go from underneath and give you some shots there. See if it looks more like Keaton. You know, and it just doesn't, man. And I'll show you one more. Comes with the classic pursed lips. I don't know why they keep giving us these pursed lips looks, but I'll show you that one. We go with the next faceplate, and again, I don't know who the fuck that is. That is not Keaton, man. These pursed lip plates are so terrible, man. They had some for RoboCop too, and yes, there's some scenes where he has that look, dude, but like, come on, man. Like, come on. It just looks ridiculous. Like, if it actually looked like Keaton, it'd be maybe one thing, dude. But again, dude, like, look at it. It just throws off the cowl, everything. Like some people were saying, like, oh, it looks more like the '92 Batman look. And I'm like, not really. But when you throw these plates on, it does kind of make it look like that. But it's the plates that are throwing it off. Just, they didn't do a good job on that, man. You know, I don't know. It's just so bizarre, you know, sometimes how they change things. It's like you had part of the recipe that worked with the DX9. Just upgrade those parts, man. You know what I mean? You know, that's why, like, for me, you know, I'm happy that the smirk sculpt is what I wanted, because, you know, for those who have the DX9, like, if you're going for, you want a regular, you know, relaxed look, or you're actually going to use the pursed lip look, this is not the figure to have, man. you know, unfortunately. It's not. It'll break the immersion if you're watching the movie with it out, which is what I usually do. I usually have the movie out, the figure out, you know, while I'm watching it. And you're gonna look at the figure in the movie and you're gonna be like, man, that doesn't look like Keaton. But like I said, the smirking sculpt is where it's at, man. It is where it is at. So again, all angles, yeah, not Keaton, man. Not fucking Keaton. All right, so let's go back to the smirk plate. And again, watch that fucking transformation. And then boom, you switch back to the smirking plate and wow, how that cowl looks so different. Like Keaton comes out again in that look. Man, like I said, I'm not fucking crazy. It's really does change the dynamic, man. Like it's freaking bananas. But for me, this is good because this is what I wanted. You know, I like that smirk look, man. Screams that scene at the end that I want or that I like. And that's what sold me on this. You know, again, for those of you guys who want a relaxed look and are like, man, you know, that sucks. You know, that this is the only plate that kind of looks good. But damn, dude, I mean, this is for me, like I said, this is where it's at, man. This is where it is. So that's all I really wanted to kind of show you guys. You know, you guys get a nice kind of, again, high def look, clear look at what this figure actually looks like, you know, from top to bottom. Again, overall kind of an upgrade, but you know, like I said, there are the faults with the texture and you know, some of the inaccuracies here and there. And you know, I don't know, I think I'm also going to grab the 1/4 too that Prime is doing, Blitzway. I may, you know, we'll see. I don't know. I keep kind of getting back into statues and then I'm not, you know, or then I kind of phase out of it again. So I'm not sure. I don't know where I want to be on that. I mean, I had statues and now they're all, I mean, all my statues I think are gone. I've sold them all. I definitely have some busts. Those I get periodically, you know, some horror-based stuff. But when it comes to statues, I always end up selling them. So I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. You know, maybe one day they're going to make the perfect 1/6, you know, 89 Batman. But, you know, for now, this is it for me, guys. So, all right, fellas. You know, obviously there are accessories and multiple hands and stuff that come with this, but this is not the point of that review. There's folks already on YouTube that have done that, you know, and if you want to see accessories, you can even just look up pictures on SciShow. You know, again, this is not that kind of review. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun shit. Peace.